Hi, my name is Danielle Hesnall. What has had an impact on my life? What type of impacts or influences have I had in my life? For example, people in our lives have impacts on our lives. What would happen if we didn't have any influences in our lives? Personally, I believe we will always have something that impacts our lives. We may even have an impact on someone else's life. Who has had an impact in my life? My mom, my grandpa, and my dad. My mom has always been there when I needed to talk to her or if I needed help on homework. She'd always be there to support me for whatever I was going through. My grandpa, he would always, whenever we go up to see him, he'd be like, "Hey, how are you doing in school?" And I'd be like, "Really good." And he was like, "Good. You should always work as hard as you can, keep your grades up, and you will always receive something in return." My dad has made an impact on my life because he's always told me use the right pronunciations and words, like using the right there in a sentence or when you're talking to someone. Because if you don't, it's just going to sound weird, especially if you're writing it in a sentence, because they're going to read it and be like, there's something wrong with this. So, how has environment shaped my life? One is living in a small town. There's not a lot of people around, so you could go ride your bike with it being quiet, and especially when it's nice out. You can walk around town without being stopped by someone, and it's pretty good. Getting out of the house and enjoying the fresh air is one thing, because staying in the house is not healthy for your body. You need fresh air, especially, because being in the house, the air is not fresh. Another one is having a couple friends. Everybody says you need to have a lot of friends in order to be friends with people. I have 2 friends, and I think that's enough. It's not bad having 2 friends. You don't need a bunch of friends in order to be friends with someone. And not having a lot to do is really just get up, help around the house. I help my parents with chores, getting stuff done before they get home so that they don't have to worry about it when they get home, which helps them out a lot. What values are important in my life? 1, honesty and integrity. Because honesty, you have to be honest for someone in order for them to trust you, because if you're not honest, they're going to think you're lying, or they're not going to even want to talk to you anymore, they're not going to trust you. 2, reliability. You need to have someone to rely on, because when you have someone to rely on, you can talk to them about stuff that you're having troubles with, or if it's bothering you, they can help you with getting it so that it doesn't bother you as much, like a counselor, one of your parents, maybe even a friend. And the 3rd one is work ethic. Work ethic is extremely important to me, because the way I work, especially in school, I have to keep my grades up. Well, I don't have to, but I choose to keep my grades up. I like being there at all times. I like being efficient with school, making sure I don't miss anything. It's extremely important to me. So, as you can see, I have had many influences and impacts throughout my life. They have all helped me in some way during my life. I strongly believe that everybody has made impacts on another lives, and people have made impacts on their lives. Whether it was a parent, friend, teacher, or maybe even a counselor. I also have important values in my life that I strongly admire. There will also be values that will remain in my life, which are honesty and work ethic. They are the most important values to me. Also, ways that environment I live in has shaped my life in a positive way, like being able to go outside and walk around without people around, also being able to hang out with friends.